Boom. That was kind of a stupid intro, but hey, whatever. So this video is basically a video of me going through all of what was happening in the past few days. I filmed it yesterday, so that was Saturday. Today's Sunday for me. Yeah, I'm gonna post this today. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I think I'm gonna make more of these videos, and it's gonna be great. So the Seahawks extended left tackle Duane Brown. Duane, that better be how you say it. Duane. Duane. Yeah. Des Bryant is talking a deal with the Browns. Yeah, he has been spiraling out of control. The Cowboys released him in April, and since then he's just been. Oof. Recently he was, said some negative things about the Cowboys on Twitter. Yeah, it's been bad for him. It has been bad. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, outside linebacker Ramon, I have no idea. Ramon Foster got rolled up by defensive end Stephon Tuitt, former Irish. Yeah, and the alum, and suffered a knee injury. We have no idea how long he's going to be out for. And what else? Oh yeah, Blake Bortles. I didn't know this, but apparently in the off season he had a wrist surgery, and he says he's feeling better. So that's what's going on in the NFL, as it's the first day for training camp for the Vikings. It's the first week for training camp for most teams. There you go. That's what's going on in the NFL. Yeah. So in the NBA, what's his face? DeMar DeRozan is reportedly a little mad at the Raptors for getting traded. And here's some quotes from ESPN that I saw. He said, "I gave everything I had to that team, and it's BS to him that he got traded," which, it's a business, but yeah, it is unfortunate. He has been on that team for a long time and has been the best player on that team for a long time. He's, I think, way better than Kyle Lowry. So let's go to the Houston Rockets. Let's talk about them. So, as you probably all know, Clint Capella gets an extension, 5 years, $90 million. I was thinking about this. The NBA free agency money is just getting bigger and bigger. Remember, like a few years ago, Mike Conley got like 140-something million, and that he was the highest paid player. You're all like, oh my god, that's wow. Now this year, you had constant players in the 1 million range. Like, I think it's crazy how it's just going up. The OKC Thunder, I forget what it was, but it was like they're the first team to reach 200 million, which, oofda. And speaking of a former OKC Thunder player, Carmelo Anthony. So I heard this, I think, on SportsCenter or something, and it was a pretty valid point. Melo would be playing with the Rockets, who is coached by Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni used to coach Melo in 2012 when he was in New York, and didn't go so well. He was there for only 1 year. Yeah. And I think it's a fair point. Harden says that he's confident Melo will fit in, but he's not going to say, yeah, no, Melo, it's going to be tough with Melo around. We're going to have chemistry issues. We're going to be a 5th seed. We're not going to make it to the Western Conference Finals. He's not going to say that. Of course he's going to say that. So that's a quote, I guess, to note, but I don't think that should really convince you that's going to work out. Unless you're a Houston fan, I guess. They're looking for positives. But I think that's a pretty valid point, and I think... Now, I just kind of trashed on Harden for saying that. But I would agree with him. Melo... When Melo was in New York, kind of a younger player, I guess. Now this is like the twilight of his career. He wants to win now, and I think right now is probably its best opportunity. So I think Melo, yeah, he is a pretty strong personality. I think Melo would easily set aside like his differences with Mark D'Antoni to win, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised, if there would be chemistry issues, and but I do think if Melo, can play under D'Antoni, D'Antonio, whatever his name is, I think they go pretty far. Just again, Warriors have a super team, so but they'd be extremely hard to beat. But hey, I think they can put together a pretty great team if they if everything can fit for them. So yeah, that's my take on Melo to the Rockets. Alright. So in Major League Baseball, big news: the trade deadline is July 31st. It's July 26th. So yeah, it's big in Major League Baseball. And last night, Royals traded Mike Moustakas. Got it. To the Milwaukee Brewers. So Mike Moustakas there. All right. Boom! I'm getting it. He's kind of been declining this year, and excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't know what the Brewers gave up to get him. If it's like some, bum minor leaguers, I guess, then, good. Maybe you could push them to win the division. Right now, they're in the same division. They're in the same division as the Cubs, and right now, they're one game back. It's a tight race for the NL Central, and maybe that can put them over the hump. I don't know. But yeah, it is a tight race for that division. So in my team, Minnesota Twins, we traded Eduardo Escobar to the Diamondbacks. Eduardo Escobar, who has been a long time Twin. He was a pretty consistent, great player for the Twins. Yeah, he's been here for a long time. Traded to the Diamondbacks for some minor leaguers. I don't know their possession. I think like 3 of them. And I don't think the Twins are going for the playoffs. I think it's pretty obvious now. And it's just a sucky year because there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope at the beginning of the year because we signed a lot of good pieces to make it better. We had Logan Morrison. We signed up just a lot of people, and combined with Irvin Santana, Brian Dozier, Miguel Sano, Byron Buxton. Buxton and Miguel Sano were both in the minor leagues. Now, Sano is coming back up, but, it will... I don't know if he's still going to be as good as he was. Brian Dozier sucks. He might be traded He might be traded at the deadline. I'm sorry, I can't talk, but yeah. And I think we should trade Brian Dozier. He's not that good. Irvin Santana has been hurt. I think I saw a headline that said he was coming back up, although I'm not for sure. A bright spot, though, has been Jose Farias and Kyle Gibson. Those 2 pitchers have really improved from last year, especially Kyle Gibson. He sucked last year. What else? Yeah. And, I think this Eduardo Escobar trade is kind of signifying that we're just giving up this year. We're going to trade for some young minor leaguers to maybe retool/rebuild a bit, because right now we don't look like a team that is going to make the playoffs. So, yeah, I think just to get some young talent, maybe for the future, and kind of, even though it's not over, forget about this year. I think that's what they're doing by trading Eduardo Escobar. Oof. Aaron Judge fractures his right wrist. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I don't know even if a fractured right wrist even is that bad of an injury. But right now, let's take a look at the Yankees. Right now, they're 5 games back of first place from the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox are going to win the division. But the Yankees, there's a silver lining. They're leading the wild card race in the AL with the Mariners 4 games behind them, and the A's a game behind the Mariners. So I think there could be, maybe, potentially, some wildness in the wild card race in the AL. But no, I doubt it. Though I think the Yankees are gonna remain strong in the American League, but I don't think they're gonna win their division. So yeah, there you go. So one more headline for Major League Baseball: the Yankees, Dodgers, and Padres both trying to get the Rays pitcher Chris Archer. He's been a pretty great pitcher for them. He's been on the Rays for a long time. Although I don't follow the Rays, so I have no idea how he's doing this year. What I've heard, the Twins just played the Rays. And he was pitching in that series. What I've heard is I want to say he hasn't been doing that well as some of his previous years in the league. And again, I don't know how well he's doing. I don't know if he's doing that bad to deserve to be dealt, if you will. But yeah, that's my take on it, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea how Chris Archer's doing. I do think, though, if the Yankees got him, that'd be a pretty great acquisition for them more than anyone else, because the Yankees just got a great roster, and that just totally helped. So, some headlines in college football. Hey, college football is coming, and I am hyped to hear that. So, Nick Saban got an extension. I have no idea the money part, but I do know that he's going to be their coach through 2025. No. So that means for 2025, Alabama's still going to be dominant. I wanted that dynasty to die soon. And, it's now I'm getting a slap in the face saying, no, that's not dying anytime soon. College football will always be kneeling down to Alabama through 2025. God dang it. Alright, yeah. So I have no idea what this kid's first name, but Watkins, that's his last name. That's only what it says on the headline. It says Watkins. I don't know his first name. But this kid, wide receiver from Florida, he got suspended second time for his second arrest in I don't know how many years, but his time at Florida. And, I guess he felt pretty salty, so now he's leaving Florida. Yeah, I think they're kicking him out. Yeah, well, okay. The headline says, suspended wide receiver leaves Florida. I don't know if he's transferring, because he's like, this is stupid. Or Florida's, kicking him out of their campus. If Florida's kicking them out of their campus, good for them. Yeah, lay down the hammer. You guys went 4-6. He's probably not that good anyways. If he's being salty, then and he's leaving the campus. Good for him. So, let me adjust this. Alright, so, yeah, that's what's been going on in the world of sports today. I hope you enjoyed this pretty long thing. That was my take on some of the headlines that have been swirling around sports today. Primarily the sports people care about. So, yeah, that's pretty mean. Sorry about that. But there have been some pretty international big sports today. The German Open, I was watching that. Some Canadian in golf, the Canadian. It's in Canada. I don't know. And then the soccer thing that's going on. Yeah, pretty big. But yeah, that's been going on in at least the sports I care about. So, hope you enjoyed it. And I'm back!